Do you ever feel cheated that with the invasion that we were robbed of Sting versus Undertaker, Goldberg versus Austin, and maybe the Outsiders versus the New Age Outlaws?
Yeah, I want to say that, but I want to say mainly because of money, not with Sting, but with the other guys because of the contract dispute, and they sit home and get their money. Yes, that's what stopped that, because by the time those guys were coming back in, it just wasn't going to happen. I know Austin and Hogan was talked about.
Yeah. Austin wasn't laying down for Hogan, though.
No, he wasn't, and Hogan wasn't laying down for him, so you just didn't know which way to go.
You think about as much crap as he gets, but as much business as Shawn Michaels really is, he was willing to lay down for Hogan if they laid down for each other. Austin wasn't doing that.
It's just funny. I mean, at this point in time, when he laid down for Hogan, though, did it really matter at that time? Like, to me, it matters in heyday times.
Right.
And even when it wasn't even heyday time at WrestleMania, but you got to think, Hogan laid down for The Rock, though. And we're talking about the same WrestleMania, because it was considered to be
17?
About 18. It was talked about being, Austin got the Hall match, which he didn't want. He wanted Hogan. So I'm like, okay, something else has got to be between the lines here, because Hogan went out there and laid down for The Rock, but you guys also talked about Austin and Hogan. But you got Stone Cold, so clearly there was a problem. I mean, he got Hall, so clearly there's a problem somewhere.
As big as the match was, so the big match would have been Hall and Nash against the New Age Outlaws, because the New Age Outlaws were more over than people remember. But the better match...
They were, but not in 2003.
Oh, we're talking about 2000 when they folded.
Oh, okay. Are we talking about
not the NWO invasion? I'm talking about when WCW was bought.
No, I know the invasion that they screwed up. It could have been a lot better.
Yeah, but
you got to think those guys took big tickets to stay home, though.
Mm-hmm. But the better match would have been the Outsiders against Kane and Mankind, right? When they were a team, it matches up better. Could you? I'd like to know, did Nash and Kane ever share a ring? Huh? Kane and Undertaker?
It could have been Kane. I mean, it could have been anything.
Yeah, but you got to put Undertaker Sting on that mega card, right?
That was the match to be made.
Austin Goldberg.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Kane, Undertaker against Sting.
Yep.
DDP against The Rock. As much as everybody doesn't want to hear it, that's the two people's champs. I don't care what anybody tells me.
I agree. As much as DDP, but he ran the right way, because they completely screwed him over when he got there.
They pooped on the character. They didn't want a different people's champ. But that was the two people's
character, the most over character around. Yeah. So yes, the right way. DDP, WCW DDP.
Yep.
And the people. So yeah, not that other DDP, but yeah, go ahead.
Right, and then the question would be: do you do Kane and Mankind, or do you do the New Age Outlaws against? So I do New Age Outlaws against Harlem.
New Age Outlaws. That's what I would do.
I do New Age Outlaws against Harlem Heat, and then I would go Kane and Mankind against the Outsiders.
Stevie Ray never came, though, so I don't even know if we can have this conversation, because Stevie Ray just never came. I don't even think they tried to hire him, because he would have came. I don't think they tried to hire him.
I don't think they had interest.
I think they just wanted Booker T.
Yeah,
he knew he was a star, and they just wanted Booker T. Now, who does Booker T get? Done right, without him getting screwed over the first couple of years, because they surely did that for a while. Took all his belts, everything, because he came over with like 2 belts. So who does he get?
Well, they ended up doing Booker with Angle, which turned out to be an okay match, right? A 3-way with Booker, Angle, and somebody, right?
I know Booker also. I know he lost to the Rockets. He lost to the Rock. I don't know if something he lost to the Rock.
Wasn't the actual Invasion pay-per-view, wasn't it Booker, Stone Cold, and Angle in the ring?
Oh, I could not tell you about the Invasion.
I think it is. But Booker and Angle wouldn't have been a bad match. They could have put on a show.
They could have, but I don't see Angle. I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's Angle. I mean, I can't argue, but I don't know. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, he definitely could have put on a show. I just don't know who else you could have matched up that maybe RVD or somebody like that
against Booker.
Yeah,
the match was always RVD.
You know, well, I can't even say RVD because he wasn't WWE product either, really. So
it's not fair to RVD because no one was doing RVD stuff at the time.
Nobody.
And I'm not pooping on it. Anybody.
No,
I'm just saying. No one did what he did. The Hardys did, but they were 5 foot nothing. And RVD is 6 foot tall, so he looked bigger on TV.
No.
I don't know who you put Angle in there with. That Angle's kind of a wild card for me because he really only matches up against other WWE guys at the time.
True. Yep, he's already working.
Yeah, short of like working a Lesnar or a Cena, it's hard to imagine.
Oh, I tell you, easy, which they did. Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit.
Are you allowed to say that name on TV?
I didn't say. I said Chris Benoit, like P-E-N. Yes. Chris Benoit. So yes, that's it. There you go. That's easy. Done.
Yeah, I guess that's the only other person I can think of.
Done.
I think somehow you find an era where you can put Kennedy and Jeff Jarrett in the same ring, and it's gonna be a good match because they're the same character.
It is the same character.
It's the same guy.
It is, but give me Jeff Jarrett all day though over that one.
No, don't say that. I like Kennedy. He seems like an okay guy.
I didn't. Just give me Jeff Jarrett.
I didn't like him when he was out there, but I liked him. I like him now. I like him.
Well, you start to become and like the guys who are gone and realize, you know what, they were all right.
Yeah.
You basically you start to respect them. I mean, clearly, like we all do, we respect them for what they did. We did not their characters, because we didn't like their characters because we probably liked somebody else, but for what they were doing out there, they did their job. Yeah.
Shane Helms.
Basically.
I hated his character, but I liked listening to him.
But he did his job.
Yep, he seems like an okay dude.
I mean, he got a rub. I mean, he got a win over The Rock. What else can you say?
Can't hate Shane Helms.
No, Lex Luger from the NWO. From
NWO Black and Red.
Yes, who because he's not really a WWF product. He would have been coming up because he didn't. I mean, clearly he just never came because I don't know if he had that contract. He probably had that contract too.
Yeah, he had the stay home contract.
Okay.
I think they said like he had $375 a year, show or not. So he had a downside guarantee.
Right, like the rest of them, but he just never came because clearly other things happened.
And
who do you give him
WWE wasn't interested in an offer.
Oh, I can see that. Who I give him to? You know what's funny? I give him to Mankind as a singles wrestler. Two totally opposite people. Luger, big body, not physique. He's all it's Luger. Everybody knows who Lex Luger is, and you got Mick Foley. Makes sense, don't it? You got Luger and you got Mick Foley. It's probably going to be a shit of a match, but guess what? The match has to be not a wrestling match. It can't be a wrestling match.
I think you give him to Randy Orton at the time because Randy Orton was young.
No, it's 2002.
I thought Randy Orton came around.
You said we're running at 2000, right after he takes WCW, and they all come. So
is that the year that Orton showed up? Was 2002?
No, they're all 2002 products. Cena, Orton, Batista, and Lesnar are 2002.
Okay, that's fair. So then who do we?
But you're right though. But no.
Okay. Hey, no. You give him to Triple H. That's right there for you. That's a perfect match. That's right there. Because Triple H can sell like nobody as much as everybody hates him.
Wait. What's the year he won a Royal Rumble and came back from the big injury? Was it 2000?
No, it was a couple years later.
It was 2002.
I think it was. Cena and them were all debuting.
It can't be Triple H then. It can't be.
He was a European champion, man. You know who I'd like to see though is a prime British Bulldog against Lex Luger. That'd be fun. It'd be terrible because neither one of them can wrestle.
No.
Davey Boy could never. People will say he can go. He wasn't the talent on that team. You know that he was the power.
Out of the Bulldogs.
Yeah. Davey Boy sold, but he wasn't a good wrestler.
Oh no, it was Dynamite.